Howdy do goody two shoes, guide sorcery speaking. And if I seem a bit quiet and if the lighting is a bit weird, that's because it is around midnight right now, between May 13th and May 14th. I just had my birthday. It was great. And the only good light in my room that I can use with here is does that whenever I'm mistreated. So that's why the lighting's a bit weird. But it's midnight, right? I'm about to go to sleep. 12:13 a.m. And what does Pokemon Masters decide to do? They decide to drop a dev letter. Cool. I am not streaming tomorrow because I just don't have the time. Well, I am streaming tomorrow, but it's not going to be Pokemon Masters. And this weekend, I'm probably not going to have too much time. We'll see. I'll play it by ear, graduation and all that jazz. But I figured that we might as well give this a look, shall we? Post this on both Twitch and YouTube so that you can both get a gander at what I'm looking at here. So, anyway, a message from the Pokemon Masters EX team, Volume 21. Can you believe we've had 21 of these? Good grief. All right, May 13th, 11 p.m. Pacific. All right, let's take a look at what we have. Greetings, trainers. We're the producers of Pokemon Masters EX. Yu, Sasuke, and Tetsuya. Iguchi here with a new message for you. Updates from mid-May up to mid-June. Alright, so we have Bee and Surfetch. We knew about her. We'll debut on the Sync Pair Scout. That should be tomorrow, actually. So, I'm probably going to post this not long after recording. So, look out for this will be coming tomorrow. Bee and Surfetch are a fighting-type strike sync pair that specialize in delivering critical hits. Well, that's pretty much every fighting type strike sync pair, if we're being honest. If 3 passive skills, one that can increase their critical hit rate upon entering a battle, or one that increase the power of their moves when landing a critical hit, and one that can nullify any reduction to their crit rate. That's interesting. Although there aren't really that many moves, to my knowledge, that reduce crit rate. They also use X attack and X speed. Yeah, Bee and Surfetched are really strange in that they have one attacking move. It's a 4-gauge move, and the rest of their moves, like, she has one trainer move and then X attack, X speed. It's very strange that she only has one offensive option. And supposedly people are saying that that's a really, really good offensive option, but I don't know. Like, the fact that she has so many buffs makes me really wonder. Anyway, with their ability to quickly dish out decisive blows quickly, we'll see. This thing pair is a force to be reckoned with. Well, B is definitely going to be really good. Again, people have said that B is really good, and I haven't taken too close of a look at B's stats, but I have the react. I really got to post the Datamine reaction from a few weeks ago. Special event phase 2, Land and Sea Awaken. Finally! Good grief. I literally have like the sun and rain sort of joke going on it because I thought we would see more of a story take place in the special event phase 1. Why do they even bother with the special event phase 1? Honestly, I felt that phase if you're gonna do this, you might as well go the full way with it. Oh well. I felt that was a really strange decision, but it who knows? This is the type of game I don't play too often, so honestly, I can't really think of any other game that does this sort of thing. So, it's strange, whatever. It's trailblazing, I guess. On May 16th, 2021, special event Phase 2, Land and Sea Awaken will begin. I'm assuming that this is, by the way, in Pacific time, meaning that it's probably going to be 11 p.m. May 16th, so May 17th for most of the rest of the world, I would say. Groudon and Kyogre, which are causing the abnormal weather conditions, spoiler alert, I guess, will appear in this event. By using Weather Survey tickets, you can battle against each of these Pokemon. You'll be able to get Weather Survey tickets from the login bonus that will be available at the same time as the Special Event Phase 2 from the item exchange as well. You can also get them from Special Event Phase 1 Weather Alert, which is currently underway. I think I actually missed the Phase 1 survey ticket for yesterday. It was my birthday. Cut me some slack. But this is actually going to be pretty cool. By winning event battles, you can use items you can exchange for 5-star power-ups, co-op, sync orbs, and more. So I haven't played the event yet. Collect weather survey tickets, join the fight, and go for all the rewards. We still don't know, Maxie and Archie are not obtainable right now. And we don't have any data about what they'll be like when they are. Even if they are. I'm pretty, they've got to be, right? There's no way. There's no way they're not going to be obtainable. But I'll be very curious to see how if they're going to play. They probably are going to play a role in the event, and if so, how and how that might transition into them being playable in the game. The first community event work together to get rewards. In Special Event Phase 2, rewards can be earned based on the total number of battles completed by all players. These rewards get better and better each time a certain number of battles are completed. Note that the rewards will be sent at a later date. There are a total of 5 milestones to complete, and they offer valuable items such as gems, co-op sync orbs, 5-star power-ups, and move candies. Okay, you can get special gear too. Alright. Special gear will be sent to all players based on which Pokemon is... Oh, really? Oh, that's fascinating. If Groudon is defeated, more players will receive a Team Magma pin, and if Kyogre is defeated, more they'll receive a Team Aqua pin. Okay, that seems a bit backwards, don't you think? Like, you fight Kyogre, you fight and defeat Kyogre, then you get a Magma pin. I don't know. That feel because defeating Kyogre means like no, not the seas won't expand, right? Ergo Magma, and then defeating Groudon, the land won't expand. I don't know. Whatever. It made more sense in my head. At the midway point of the event, we'll send out a progress report with the latest number of completions, so use that information to help you decide which one you want to take on. So, what are the benefits, I wonder, of Magma Pin and Aqua Pin? I feel like we definitely want to go for the Magma Pin. If it's going to boost, like, ground type moves we need, we're probably going to want. Well, no, that's assuming that we have ground types in the game. Aqua Pin is probably going to be more useful. I don't know. At this point, who cares? So, we really don't get both? Hmm. I wonder if they'll rerun this event in the future and give us the opportunity to obtain the other pin in that case. Fire. I don't know. This is a very fascinating thing. Fire type egg event. The fire type egg event will begin on May 19th, 2021. Eggs attach Magby and Charmander. Cool. I'll finally be able to get that shiny Charmander that I missed out on. Same time as the fire egg event, Cobalion will return. Cobalion is weak to fire type attacks. Fair enough, fair enough. Cobalion, I feel like that would be easily dealt with. We have a lot of powerful fire type sync pairs. We have Red, we have Leon. Cobalion is like easy peasy, I think. The start of story event 2 champions. Alright, nice. 2 champion story event will return on May 24th. Alright. Same time, Lance, Cynthia, Steven, and Sigma Suit Cynthia will each return to the Sing Pair Scout. I can think of a few people who would be very, very happy about that, but you can bet your biscuits I'll be streaming that. But that's my. We'll see. That's my graduation date. Story event Masters of Land and Sea will begin in late May. Powerful Sync Pairs will appear in the Sync Pair Scout during the event, so we know it's going to be definitely talking about Maxie and Archie, right? I am very curious to see how they'll be incorporated. But the problem is I won't be able to stream a whole lot in late May because I have a lot of travel plans. So we'll see. But the thing is, I really like Maxie and Archie, man. I think they're the last members of Team Rainbow Rocket that aren't in the game yet. And not only that, but like I've made a whole video analyzing their battle themes, and they have really really interesting. They do really interesting things with the music. So like I feel like they're really trying to push something really great with the Masters of Land and Sea story event. Um, well, we'll see. We have yet to see, of course. And I'm curious to see how this is going to play into the weather sort of thing. And a community challenge is fascinating, and I'm very curious to see like how like I don't know. I'll talk about it later. Let's keep going. Main story edition. Chapter 29 of the main story will be added in early June. We're getting closer and closer to the climax of the main story, so we look forward to the exciting conclusion. Of course, probably going to be the climactic battle with Red, Leaf, and Blue. Of course, this next chapter is probably going to see us face against Lear, Sawyer, and Rachel, which is a battle I am excited to have because I'm assuming we'll probably get to fight Hoopa, right? And then beyond that, I don't know what we'll see. We'll see what the story does. Like, I still am not entirely satisfied with what they did with Team Break in this story up to this point, right? Because they portrayed Team Break as this organization that, is very disorganized. It doesn't even have a real leader. Their only uniform is masks. Some of them even like end up siding with Giovanni and Getsis and trying to bring Team Plasma back. It's a disorganized mess, and it really diminishes their threat. That thinking that um like Lear could very easily just offer them a job and they'd be perfectly okay. I really want to see more of Team Break, and I want to see more of their story. I want to see how they I feel like they had a lot of lost potential there. Return of the legendary event Beast that devours the sun. Alright, so Solgaleo is coming back. Very nice. The player and character in Solgaleo sync pair obtainable from the event will have their level cap unlocked up to level 135 and their sync grid expanded. Okay. New event daily region rotation. As mentioned in the previous message, we would like to give players more chances to add sync pairs to their teams. With this in mind, a new event called the Daily Region Rotation will begin on June 9th. Earn battle points to team with new sync pairs. By completing battles in the daily region rotation, you can earn battle points. By collecting enough battle points, you'll be able to get BP sync pair vouchers or BP sync pair super vouchers, which you can exchange for special sync pairs. Okay, fascinating. You'll also be able to get 5-star guaranteed scout tickets, 5-star power-ups, and other rewards based on the total number of battle points that you've earned. Note that you can also get battle points from such as the Master of Land at Sea story event coming in late May. Okay, so special sync pairs that can only be obtained from the sync pair vouchers, like only obtainable, like I don't know, like Poke Fairs. I'm very curious to see what that is. Sync pairs with themes of certain regions get a strength bonus. In the daily region rotation, sync pairs that have themes of certain regions will get a strength bonus. That's actually a pretty clever way of going about that. The regions that receive the bonus will change periodically, so we hope you train many different sync pairs in preparation. This is what, like, people tell me I'm crazy for, like, like trying to keep a balanced like overall team, like instead of like focusing specifically on red or on Leon or something like that. I kind of like to spread out the love as much as I can, and this is why, because you never know when you're going to need a specific sync pair, right? You never like you may not think of Candace as a great sync pair, or of Bugsy, for example, as a great sync pair, but to me, you never know when you're gonna need them, and that makes it important to like keep them all like in as best shape as you can. And that's the thing about a lot of mobile games, like like this. Disney Emoji Blitz did it. To some extent, Disney Magic Kingdoms did it. I believe also. Um, Goodness gracious, I'm blanking, but like they do this a lot, in which you never know when a certain character is going to be like really really beneficial to completing an event. In addition, there will be multiple difficulties that you can attempt in the event. The higher the difficulty, the bigger the strength bonus your sync pair will receive. That's pretty part of the course. Higher difficulty battles may be difficult to complete without using sync pairs that get the bonus, but we've made sure that the rewards will be worth the effort. You can take on only one battle per day, so think carefully about which difficulty you want to try. Oh, that's easy. You just get the hardest one, and you just keep going till you. The beauty about Pokemon Masters is if you fail, there is like there's you can just try again, and it costs you next to nothing. First region to get a strength bonus for its team will be Kanto. No, I thought it was gonna be Hoenn. Available sync pairs. Here's so you'll be able to add to your team with BB. Regirock player character. What? Regirock? Whoa. Okay. Zinnia and Sal. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Well, we might actually get to see some mega evolutions for Zinnia's Salamence. I don't think does Drake Salamence mega evolve? I don't remember. I'm looking it up right now. Drake Pokemon Masters. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Drake Salamence does not mega evolve. If like Mega Salamence and Zinnia would actually be pretty cool. Um, let's see. Yeah, no, Drake Salamence does not Mega Evolve. So Zinnia Mega Salamence would be interesting, and I'm curious to see how they would incorporate, the fact that it doesn't seem like they're going to have a different skin for Zinnia. So it's just going to be Zinnia with a different Pokemon. And if that's the case, I'm curious to see if they're going to have a generic sync move, or if they're going to have a bit of have a unique sync move similar to how you have similar to the differences between Bump in the Night, Crunch, and the True Razor Shell for Hilbert, right? Or Iris's sync moves. I'm very curious to see how they're going to go about this. I really sincerely hope that they put some effort into it. They don't just go like Dragon Sync Impact or Rock Sync Impact. I would really really love for them to put some love into this, just like they do with so many of their sync pairs. Who else we got? Morty Miss Magus. Actually, that is something that I was very surprised to see that Morty had Drifblim instead of Miss Magus. I would have thought that Fontina would have gotten Drifblim, but I understand why Fontina would have gotten Miss Magus. So this is actually really interesting. So gives us an opportunity to mix it up a bit. But I'm curious to see how like they're going to incorporate, yeah, if it's going to be like very similar to the original kits of these characters. More details regarding each sync pair's capabilities will be available when they debut. Plan to add even more sync pairs that you can team up with by exchanging BP sync pair vouchers and BP sync pair super vouchers. I am fascinated by this because this opens up a lot of possibilities, right? It opens up the possibilities for it opens up for, first of all, B can get Machamp, right? B can get that Galarian, that G-Max Machamp that we've been really looking forward to, and really hoping that we get to see. Um, it opens up the opportunity for Lance to get well, Lance already has Lance to get Aerodactyl, or just so many different opportunities that you can do with this. Opens up the opportunity for Marnie to get Grimmsnarl. All these different Pokemon that you can pair, that are also associated with these trainers, but they never got the chance to show off. So I'm very, very fascinated by this, and I'm really excited. After the main story is completed, a new story unfolds. We'll tell you a bit about the new story that will begin after the main story is completed. New story will focus on characters who have a certain something in common. Not going to tell us what, and will have a more serious tone. Okay, I have a hypothesis, and I'm going to talk about this hypothesis in a second, but what to expect in the next message. Scheduled for late June. In it, we plan to discuss updates from late June to July. Always been working hard to deliver updates and improvements to make the world of Pokemon Masters EX as fun as possible. Prioritize change feedback to the development process. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's my idea. Rainbow Rocket. At this point in time, by the time the main story is completed, all the members of Team Rainbow Rocket will be on Pasio. We have Giovanni, Archie, Maxie. The versions of Archie and Maxie in Rainbow Rocket are from Ruby Sapphire, and we have the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. However, they are going to have Groudon and Kyogre. Almost definitely. And the reason I say that is because the this is going to sound really, really, really silly, but their music has the drought and heavy rainfall themes. And I would imagine that's the reason that they have those are because that is they're going to have control over the Pokemon that have that can create that drought and heavy rainfall. So Giovanni, Archie, Maxi, Cyrus is in the game. He's got his Palkia. Getz is in the game. He's got Kyurem. In uh, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, he has, I believe, either Zekrom or Reshiram. But it makes sense for this version of Ghetsis to have Kyurem. Also, this version of Ghetsis is from Black 2, White 2. And he has interacted with Giovanni before. I'll be curious to see if the Rainbow Rocket that is featured here is, they could just as easily add Black White Getsis and have him. I'm not sure. Have him team up with Reshiram, which I personally like. I don't think. Really would hate to see Reshiram with Getsis because I've always associated Reshiram with Hilbert, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. It could very well be the case that Black and White Getsis could join Team Rainbow Rocket. And of course we have Lysander. Um, and Lysander, of course, has Eveltal, so he's a perfect match for Team Rainbow Rocket. So I will be very curious to see if Team Rainbow Rocket makes an appearance here. I would absolutely love it. I feel like Team Rainbow Rocket was a giant missed opportunity in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like the things that you could do. How do you get Archie and Maxie to team up, right? How, like, those two literally have opposite goals. How would Cyrus and Lysander interact? How we saw a little bit of how Gets planned to manipulate Giovanni. All of these different elements of Rainbow Rocket that were never explored and never developed further. And I felt that Team Rainbow Rocket required a lot more, it just needed more, in my opinion. It just needed more. And I'm curious to see if the characters who have a certain something in common are going to be Team Rainbow Rocket, and I would love that. Um, and I suppose in that case, like, it's very interesting because the Gen 7 antagonists have actually, like, been portrayed as having turned over a new leaf here on Pasio. I'm curious to see if they'll have Chairman Rose in the game, and how they're going to portray him. Going back up through here, I've already talked about how fascinated I am by this. This opens up a lot of opportunities for trainers who are already in the game to get different Pokemon, or Pokemon that are already taken by other trainers. We can have Dragapult Leon, we can have I talked about B Machamp. We can good grief, what else we got? We can have I can't. There's nothing else. Marty Grimmsnarl, right? We can have Misty Misty Psyduck would be honestly be silly. We can have Lieutenant Surge Raichu, you know. There's so many different possibilities with this that I'm really really excited to see. I'm very curious to see what this how this new BP sync pair voucher thing is going to work. And how much I'll have to, like, keep up with the game. I'm still going to, like, I it's become kind of a part of my daily routine to play this game anyway. So for me it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. But I understand, like, people have very busy lives. So hopefully, wishing you all the best in getting these. Beast that Devours the Sun. I forgot to post it on YouTube, so we'll definitely replay that. And I'm excited, of course, for the main story edition, Masters of Land and Sea. I've talked about. I think I'm. I really want to see why they decided to do the weather alert event first. Like, phase one, honestly, hasn't been all that interesting. Like, yes, you have sync pairs that manipulate the weather, right? First of all, like, whatever the Pokemon Center receptionist said, that was a big fluffing lie, right? We could see them actually use Sunny Day in the game. At least I've only seen them use Sunny Day before my team wipes them out, right? It seems like such an it seems like such a small thing for a needless amount of hullabaloo, and I really don't know how I feel about it. So I'm really curious to see what their reasoning was behind making the weather alert event before doing Masters of Land and Sea. And I'm curious to see how it'll tie into that. If it'll tie into that, maybe we'll only get Maxie or Archie, and that would be actually a really interesting way to set up Rainbow Rocket, um, without one or the other. I hope they don't do that. I would very much like for both Maxie and Archie to be on the team. Two champions. Actually, it was something I was terrified of when they first mentioned the sync pairs uh, that will be teaming up with Xerneas and Eviltal, right? They mentioned that, like, one would be in the sync pair scout and the other would be well, they kind of made it sound like you could either go with one or the other, and, like, that was a fascinating thing to me, but also one thing that was terrifying because I don't want to go without one of the sync pairs. That would just be a travesty, honestly. Two champions, I'll definitely be streaming that as best as I can. Fire type egg event. We've talked about shiny. I'd love for a shiny Charmander. This fascinates me. I'm curious to see, like, Is it going to be regional or is it going to be worldwide? Is it going to be like probably going to be worldwide since they said they're going to like have like that mass announcement as to who's in the lead right now. And in this case, are we actually like picking sides, Magma or Aqua, right? And like, what are the benefits of this gear? If we knew more about the benefits of the gear, we might be like I might be more inclined to say like I want Magma or I want Aqua, you know. And then I'm curious to see if this event will return and we'll have the opportunity to get the other gear. Uh, you know, there's just so many. I have so many questions now. I have so many. This was like this came out of nowhere. I was not expecting this. Okay, so bee search. We talked a lot about that. Okay, that was a lot of really interesting news. Uh, and I don't know how to feel about most of it. I I kind of wanna do a separate video talking about the potential of Team Rainbow Rocket in Pokemon Masters and what that would mean for the story, what that would mean for the characters, and what would that mean for the whole multiverse theory that we have set up here. Um, it is truly fascinating. So, that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. I'll be posting this as soon as I can. Um, can't wait for all of this to happen. I promise I'll be posting a little more on my YouTube channel in the coming days. I will do my best because I have so many Twitch VODs that I need to post on here as well. And of course, Rocket has been on hold for a while because I just haven't had the motivation to record. But I'll definitely have that ready for y'all. So thank you all so much for watching. Catch you next time. Smell you later.